are back in the Amber Throne. Where we last left off, we needed to enter that one area up here, and the only way to move forward is to go into the lower levels, which brings us to here. Are you needy? Nothing you've got. Take your dead vines back to your pit. We've got business. Business? Who are you then? Are you fooling with the Emperor? Don't lie. I know you are. You're too good for the West. Just like the rest, they always come around. I think the Empire can solve their problems when they only bring new ones. They changed their minds, though, just as the Naturalists did. You can't sacrifice your own land as the Empire has. Factories, red machines, they're all devices of harvest. If you'd rather be harvested than the ones harvesting, then you'll die with the Emperor. You'll drown in the Empire's sorrow. You'll be back, knowing you should have listened. Ignore these nuts. They've lost their will to fight, so they'll drown it out with those vines. They've lost themselves. Aha. As soon as I had that scene, I figured there was probably something over here. So we're gonna leave the hookah alone and just head on down the snake. One really serpent's maw. I was kind of expecting this to be called Snake's Way and wonder if we meet King Kai at the end. Who are you? Give. Okay, Mos Eisley's a tad classier than this. With him out of the way, we can check out this area. Naturalist gauntlets. To be honest, I'm kind of expecting a gnome piece to be somewhere around here. Or home, whatever his name was. Two revives. Damage output here actually isn't too bad. The world devours the poor. They are fuel for the machines of the rich. Come, find salvation from their machines. And when I say the damage output isn't too bad, they all decide to focus Nuo. Bastards. A pig. You've come very, very low. We're going through. Peddle your drugs elsewhere. Drugs? It's the root. The root of all things. And you've lost your head. You're one of the Emperor's sons, aren't you? Why are you with the pigs? We're looking for a farm. Now go back to the garbage. Grown tired of the Emperor's living farms? There were other pigs here, too. You both won't be making it, I'm afraid. You're alright? Ignore whatever comes of those plants. They're only hallucinations. If you're exposed to them too much, you'll lose your grip permanently. They take root in you. Kinda wish I could use Nuo's double healing outside of battle, but no dice. Serpent's Coil, Naturalist City. This is the town of naturalists, the poor quarter. Axis Kingdom is just west of here. But a word of advice, stay away from anyone who looks like they can fight. They've got shorter sight, but they'll notice. A pig getting near a lizard is asking for trouble. Let's kick his ass. Who are you? Let's kick his ass. They're not very valuable. Alright, look. Another of the Emperor's oracles, attempting to tide over the Western naturalists. The Emperor is becoming abrasive in his old age. I wonder if he is so interested in the naturalists, why does he not show himself? To grace us with his presence. The naturalists are open. Why isn't he? Yes, we don't want to talk to oracles, we want to talk to him. I understand. Many of the Emperor's acts come beneath undue scrutiny. Are you flattering us with dishonesty? We've seen your slave-mongering beyond Ura. When the throne is within reach, civilization will change, we promise you this. Yeah, it sounds like they're campaigning. It seems the lizards are smart enough to know not to buy their BS. He's outnumbered. Let's find a way up there and whack him. It wouldn't matter. The Emperor has no interest in the naturalists for labor or war effort. He has enough of his own. This is only for religious strength. With two sects standing, his own empire will never avoid comparison. It will never escape critical eyes. It's the only way to stop rebels. If there's no dissonance, no way to know the way of the world. That is the only way for us to rally against him, to show others the Empire's sins. If the Empire were alone, it would merely become normal. You look lost, Pig. This tunnel leads to a canyon against the cliffs where our water comes from. You're probably a looter heading down to the ruins to the west. None of our thieves bother. Very few even return, fewer with anything of value. Our water comes from the west, the same place those cultists seem to be coming from. That must be where they're getting all those vines. They won't let anyone near them, though. I'd stay away from them if I were you. Lots of tunnels. A little bit of loot. 2 full potions. So that's twice as many from the previous chest, if I remember correctly. Who are you? You can rest here if you like. I won't tell anyone there's a pig down here. Full potion. Whoa, so those are brand new, aren't they? Let's see. 2221. Yeah, these are... I've gotten all of those within the past couple videos. Gross. Why'd you just get all pink? Will we get another dream or no? Sound of the music makes me think no. Still got both kidneys, so far so good. Question is, what's down the other hole? So the 2 crossed swords make me suspect it's death, but maybe we'll get lucky and it's just a weapon shop. Make sure nobody's looking if you buy anything, Pig. Wow. Oh man, why is everything so friggin' expensive here? I definitely need the broadsword. As for this... So this lowers agility. I don't want that. I'll pick up maroon gloves. I may need these. But now I am broke. Why can she wear that? Okay, yeah, I don't know. But the important thing is I have some new guns. And I forgot to check the crafting options. Figures of stuff I'd buy I can't really use, but I can definitely make, wow. Yeah, you can tell we're getting near the end of the game. The items are getting kind of impressive. What's a pig doing here? I'll bet your money's all greasy. Close enough. Okay, we got some new toys. Let's go test them. Where do you think you're going, pig? No need to hurry. Looks a little menacing, but apparently harmless. Anyway, let's go introduce ourselves to the Oracle. Or not. How do we get up there? Do we get up there? Can we loop around, maybe? to go left. I don't know. So, are those friends or foes? Dry out under the sun during the day, crawl into our burrows during the night. Our ancestors used to live in deep underground tunnels. Our burrowed homes are an old tradition. I noticed. One of the only streams going through Aura this is, originates far up the cliffs to the north. Where do you suppose the source is? The ocean is far below us. Okay, I was wondering if those might have been concealing something, but I guess not. Limestone. You want fish? Too bad. Your pig's stomach probably can't even digest them. Cactus. A pig? What are you doing here? Should have asked around town. Nobody comes this far west with their heads still attached. I have to kill 10 of those kinds of guys in order to get an armor upgrade now. But I think what I bought back there was the final sword for Ara before you just go storyline. Let's head up here, even if we have to kill the cultist to do so. Who let you up here? What did I walk into? What's that? Looks like a turtle skull. It's an Argor. They're extinct ancestors to the Sehr. The vine peddlers up here worship them, even wearing fake shells to imitate the ones we lost over time. Argor lived deep underground, but as the world shifted, they rose to the surface. They became the Sehr you know today. Wonder if they're related to the Ulub. The Sehr did like fighting with the Auroch. They built strange mechanisms, just like Axis. Perhaps they're even the ones who clued him in. They were an extremely intelligent race, but the cost of any social structure. The cultists are haunted by their own ancestry, passing off their hallucinogenic enlightenment as wisdom. There must be a reason. Perhaps they want their old lives back. You sure you and the others have gotten over your Emperor? With what we've seen, the Emperor can't be right. Monolithic relic. That's going off. Oh. Amber diamond. Now that I think about it, didn't some other things pop? Oh. Let's just move forward. Lots of wall art in this game. Aha, roots. Or something. Decrepit root. Sampers, I don't remember what those are used for. Something in the potion shop with the old witch, though. Dead dudes over there. We'll come there later. Just hop down. you're too late. This place, there's strange creatures everywhere. Blue monsters. The blue girl, you're too late. Yeah, it's definitely a warning sign when the fish monsters are roaming the land. The enemies here don't do a lot of damage with their hits, but they are so fast they get like 3 turns to your 1, and the damage just adds up. Another human. He'll die here too. Okay, now I have to heal. I'm going to use a mending spray to see. It does double to Nuo, but only normal value to everyone else. And those suckers just status bomb you. Now I'm gonna go kill that friggin' corpse. Is there any other loot to be found over here? Anything of note or interest? That opens something. Okay, I'm definitely gonna say those are the dangerous guys here. Might want to try to avoid those. Just like the Minix gates. Just like the Aurochs machines. Yeah, are you sure this is his kingdom? It doesn't look like a kingdom at all. Before I go in there, I'm going to continue exploring because I sped through this place rather quickly and I don't want to miss anything important. Actually, maybe I did cover all the ground. Wait a second, how do I... There we go. Okay, the area over here looks suspicious, like there was something else over here beyond just that relic. But we can now... that's just a rock, apparently. We can now enter the kingdom and witness it firsthand. They're loading. All visitors requested to leave immediately. You are advised to not ignore this warning. This is me ignoring it. Bring it on. It's ignoring me. Aww. What can I assist you with? Defense 100%. Well, let's fight. Welcome to the World Disposal Pit. Here, humans are returned to the world. You are not in the Shield network. Report to a column before continuing or risk being returned. Well, let's fight. Rebellion against Axis will not be tolerated. Well, that hurt. There we go. Let's put this new sword to use. Just gonna use an ordinary mending spray for now. Nuo is not going to be able to contribute much to this fight because I don't think I actually have any pierce moves for him. Good night. Going to use a potion on Papel, and I'll use one on Nuo after the fight. But I said good night. Outside. And we're through one area. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on here yet. Rebel room that can come in handy for Papel. Or not. The cradles. Kinda wonder if a Denoga's gonna pop its head out here. Or its eye stalk, I should be saying. So I'm gonna say that's our Denoga. Lazy Denoga. The world is beautiful. Well, if there are any doubts that I was under-leveled, this part is making me forget those doubts. a dead end, so I have to go back through all this. Okay, so, well, this isn't the new start, but this part of the game is kind of glitched, and you'll see what I mean in a second. But to progress, you have to use I don't even know what the hell this little pillar is called, but you may remember it being on the outside. We have to examine 2 of them to come in here, and you may think, hey, it's the exact same thing, but when you examine it, you'll learn, no, it's not. Let's go. So this is the Lotus enemy, and I changed my movesets around off camera because, well, this part is glitchy. So he went into parry stance. I'm going to lose about 200 hit points, 250 from the look of it, but I got to force him out of the stance, and I get to use Spike Shot here, which is kind of like Hasso Tobi if you're familiar with Persona. I'm using Incendiary Shot 3 to apply burn. And if you're wondering, that does approximately 1,200 damage for Papel. It's a little bit delayed, yes, but it's still probably her best move, like, in the entire game as far as I know. The delay on it really isn't that long, and, well, hopefully it's pretty straightforward. Just boom, there goes 1,200 hit points. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him. And burn. So here comes the glitch part. So this activated. You can examine it again to fight the Lotus once more, but if you do, the game's gonna black screen and you can't progress. If you're wondering why you may want to fight it more than once, it's a pretty straightforward fight. When you know what you're doing, you can just breeze through it with little trouble. But it's worth 1,300 EXP, which isn't necessarily a bad amount, and we can't get through here. Actually, I want to go back for a second. Let me back. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. No. Oh well. So now we have to backtrack, I believe, all the way to the starting area or to the cradle, one of the two. I'm going to examine the cradle since it's nearby, and if nothing has changed there, then I'm going back to the main hub. Still haven't figured out what's going on with the whole illusions, but don't care. So this has changed. But we can't actually go in there. Yeah, the staircase just flat out isn't there unless you activate that. So, there we go. I don't actually have to backtrack all the way. Lucky us. The question is just what horrors await us. And the bad news is, due to the glitch, I have no idea on how long I've been playing this part. I don't have a single bit of frame of reference in terms of time, and as a result, this part may be longer than the others since I just intend to do the whole dungeon in one video. Breaking it midway is one of the things that I hate seeing in other YouTube videos, which is why you're not going to find it here. You are not inside your cradle? Please return to it immediately so you may begin reintegration with the throne. Keeping this kingdom powered depends on you. Please do not resist. I want this loot, damn it. Catacomb Gorget. And that poor sucker has been completely drained. So I don't even know what the hell a Gorget is. Could be an accessory. Oh, there it is. Gives you defense in exchange for lowering your special. Not exactly worth it in my opinion. This one doesn't have a light over it, but doesn't look like there's anything special. And I want to double check over here just to make sure that there actually aren't any open doors. flowers, because I wasn't really looking for that until I found that one. Nothing there. None. It does have a light. Not entirely sure why we can walk on that, but we kind of can. So, at the risk of breaking the game yet again, let's go ahead and check this. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to work like that. But then again, maybe Ara was bitten by a radioactive spider when no one was looking. Can't rule out that possibility. And I guess there's just that one room. Okay, the corpses aren't getting up. Hopefully they stay like that on our way back out. This looks bad. Ara. The walls became frail, and I began to wonder if I'd made a mistake. Again and again the throne is taken, but the people always come to reject it. Yet they never learn. They continue to take it, going down the same path. Perhaps the path is not what must be removed. Each of my daughters a sacrifice, pure vessels for this ideal world every holder longs for. It's no longer in my hands. Through their struggles, I can only hope they someday learn. Okay, we have the posse with us. Can we actually go back up here? Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty concerned right here about breaking the game once again, but... Okay... It's a staircase down here. Can we go around it real quick? No. Anyway, let's explore. So that looks particularly nasty. That's the black sword being used against the dragon. That's a dead end, even though it looks otherwise. The cradles they'd been in were coffins. You're back. We were afraid you'd been buried in that pit. Ara, looks like we're in a room left beneath the Sky Castle. Must have never made it up. Sorry. Ara? So one casket is missing and one is empty. Well, they're not very friendly, are they? Is that Axis without his mask? What was that? Yeah, nothing of note in here, it looks like. Unless you count the corpses, but I don't. Father tried for so long to discover the truth of this world. He He gave birth to us so that we could decide its fate, grooming all four of us to understand the reasons for the throne. We were meant to be the culmination of that reasoning. One with the throne could enact their own visions. Without the people's understanding, we would always fight back. That was my role, to let everyone understand. But you went against that, didn't you? Not just now, but then as well. You're remembering, aren't you? You went against Father's plan. You were the one who didn't listen. You had to be silenced. Your dissent brought to an end before it enabled more rebels to strike. The White Crown, however, would make its bearer queen of Axis's castle. To think, he would have given it to you. Father wasn't always wise. We're also lucky that you were silenced instead of him. What were you thinking about all of this? That if the throne were destroyed, humanity would solve its own issues? We've suffered at the helm of this decrepit world for an eternity, and you'd have us suffer another. The throne is what gives the world life. We are bound by it. We serve the world. She's in parry stance. Going to use Dragon's Tongue, and hopefully I can land this hard strike. I'm trying to see what that number is. Something 1. No burn. Well, that move looked familiar to anyone? She's back in parry stance. Damn it. You have to hit her at least once to disable the evasion, which is where that one move definitely comes in handy. Going to use Moonbreaker. Another spike shot. Dragon's Tongue. Ah, crap. Gonna take out her buffs. Okay, Nuo is back. No fire yet. Okay, if one of these lands, I can still take out her evasion. Okay, Nuo has to heal himself. I don't know what she has against him, but she must hate Nuo for one reason or another. Okay, Moonbreaker. Let's see if we can put that defense debuff back. Answer is no. And the fight has ended. It's the same outcome again. When will you learn, I wonder? I wasn't losing that fight. It was supposed to have ended. You chose that path yourself. Have you forgotten? They'll be here soon. We'll be alright, won't we, Papa? We'll be fine. This is what they've chosen. So be it. The men haven't any swords. Without a sword, man's ambition is cold. Well, they found a sword, apparently. You lied. You were wrong all along. We were fit for this world. You're the one who took the star, pushing your own dreams on it. These castles and field of flowers, they brought everyone nothing but suffering. Ara? She never listened. She's a delinquent. Yeah, they keep changing the spelling on that word. And now a murderer. Brought everyone misery. How selfish can you be? Just because it's made you miserable. You can't see this grand part we play in the throne's maturity. A monster. She's always been this way. She's the one who should be silenced, not Father. She's the one who should be silenced. It was me. It was my fault all along. I took the black sword. I struck axes, hoping to end the thing that I thought had stopped me all along. This crown was supposed to save me from those words, those thoughts. You, what happened to you? You're a waste. Leaving your sword and staying silent. You could have stopped it, but you didn't, and you never will. That isn't the person I wanted to be. It's right here and you won't take it. Haven't you realized? You were right all along. If you don't take your sword back, nobody else will. They'll wait for their stars. After all this, you stubbornly make the same mistakes. Whoa. Okay, can I burn her? That will help immensely. Going Dragon's Tongue. Oh, there goes Papel, so now she has a grudge against her. Okay, I thought she put a debuff on my team, but she is still so much faster than my guys that it's not even a fair comparison. Yeah, she gets a turn every other one. Basically, if you use range moves, you don't proc her parry, which is what I've been exploiting. But right here, you can basically see my main complaint about Nuo. He is so freaking slow compared to anything else in the game. I just can't explain it. I don't even think there's a way to boost his agility, really, to get him more turns either. So see if we can renew the burn. Well, that's certainly annoying. There goes Nuo. Going to waste a revive to bring him back. Oh, there goes Papel. So, yeah. Like, right here, I'm just wasting items because she is so freaking fast that it's actually insane. Yeah, that doesn't even come close to covering the cost of that fight. You don't even understand. I was closer to him than you ever were. You were just a young idiot. We were closer than any of you. We've been over this before, Axis. I tell you now, the Sehr control the East. We cannot stand still and watch their smoldering crusade continue. He's right, you know. The Star could help us bring humanity back into dominance. Is that what this is about? Dominance? Was this about dominance when the native races were devoured alive by it? Was it about dominance when our dead ancestors warned us that this world was not long for us? I plead with you to listen, Council. The seed has almost sprouted. It is not long before the star spreads its arms above us. We are approaching its final days. It was never meant to stay such a small, shimmering light. Sprout, have you gone mad? Axis, I no longer care for your fairy tales. Take your diseased trinket and leave. Do not curse us with your rambling any longer. Mankind is through with stars. We will build our own legacy. I won't let this happen. I won't let you sacrifice our faiths to the desert. What will happen, Papa? The same thing that always has. When faced with the decision to build their way to the sky or be swept up by angels, humans always make the same choice, and they always will. They revel in their pride, and when it comes time to sacrifice it, they always give in. The throne thrives off of that weakness. We'll survive, won't we? I'll make certain. I don't want anything to happen to you. I want to be with you forever, Papa. No matter who abandons you, I'll be your angel. I will never leave you. You never grow. I won't let you betray this world. Now you've traded the crown for a sword. You'll die by that demonic blade. I hope you've made the right choice. We'll soon see whether our utopia will be earned by rebellious infants or its loving mother. You've done a terrible thing this day. Alas, once the many future generations come to know your name, I pray history has mercy to forgive your foolishness. If you're lucky, others will overshadow them. A fair world cannot exist without Miss Evelyn's pure vision, and Miss should be capitalized there. So the leaf we picked up way back at the Minnick video, which was like part 4 or 5, I guess, it's now getting put to the test. Forged to slay the dragon. Yeah, hopefully we didn't miss anything major by kind of trashing that now. Ara. How pointless. All of this because of you. You refused the White Crown out of fear, then directed your fear at our benefactor. But now it seems you finally understand humility. Perhaps that silence will help you understand your errors. You'll have plenty of time to think about them, to learn to accept them. If anything, I hope it teaches you that you were not right. Are you feeling alright now? It'll have to do. We don't have much farther left. Ura is just beyond this cliff. What a fascinating place. This is the mountain that splits the northern and southern halves. You can go back later. We got Axe's sword now, though. Right, Ara? The throne won't be staying for long. We've gotten this far. So, do I actually have to equip this sword? Is it an item in my inventory? One thing that I'm kind of worried about having missed out on, we have this Arcanaut Spire. It says unused. I haven't found anywhere to use it. I actually combed the world looking. I didn't spend a lot of time going up and down the mountain just to verify that, because there is a glitch where if you go too high up on the mountain you get stuck. I'm not going to deny the game is coming out to be a rush job, and it's really starting to show. Some parts of this are just so horribly rough, and you can, like, there's just too many damn typos that a spell checker should have picked up. This looks like the path taken by the refugees. Doesn't look like it was easy for them. Ara, it is difficult for the Arak to forgive Axis. He has caused irreparable damage to the world's diplomacy. Trust in mankind as the world's ally was a haven for many. Some must not have had that trust broken, however, or the refugees may have never made it. Okay, I'm fully healed, so I can fight them if need be. Stuck. No. Ah, friends. What have we here? What is this place? It's an Argor fortress. The refugees your bird's talking about must have used it to pass through Ura. Bird, huh? You two are really making up. I thought you lizards hated humans. The Sehr come from the Argor, right? The Argor were impartial. They hated no race but themselves. They were trapped in civil war for centuries. I believe that is how Axis learned much of what he did. The technology, the nature of the throne, the Argor were extremely intelligent but socially devoid. It wasn't until something happened that they became Sehr and grew our new awareness. Long ago, when the Argor still lived deep under the earth, they dug. Their kingdoms grew through the lower layers of the world. They murdered each other in these kingdoms, until one day they came across something they shouldn't have. They found a red square deep within the earth. At least, that's how it has always been depicted. From it, strange things began to happen to them. They wandered to the surface, and the sun melted away their obsidian shells. The Argor who remained were murdered by the new Sehr. That's how they were driven to extinction. Wait a minute. Something doesn't add up. How's a rich kid like you figure out all this if the red lizards killed the Argor? I had a sister. The Emperor only accepts sons. He disposes both his daughters along with sons who were too weak in infancy. My sister was one of the rare few who were stronger than the sons. My father, the Emperor I mean, bound her chest and scarred her body, attempting to hide her identity. She found out about all this as she grew. She's the one who told my brother and I of the world, of the Empire's evils. We began to work tirelessly to put an end to it, until one day she was discovered and murdered. She was a strong woman. Perhaps she had more Argor blood in her than the rest of us. To the Emperor, there is a way to succeed, and the weak rust the Empire engine's walls. Sacrifices must be made if we are to experience a world without them. If these are the sacrifices this world desires, perhaps the world is more a monster than the Emperor. So, binding her chest, does that mean that the female Sehr have the same sexual dimorphisms as humans? And I'm trying to realize how long this video is, because I'm gonna have to put a break somewhere. As is, it's just way too long. Found a shell relic. The enemies here are worth 2,000 EXP each, which are not bad. They aren't too tough, at least the ones I've encountered so far. Yeah, this looks like a pretty awesome place to grind. Especially if you have some lightning resistance. Looks like some of Ura's light bleeding through. I've got a hard enough head. Stand back, I'll take care of this. Now, if only said something about lightning in a bottle and an earthquake in a can. Should take you back out to the cliffs around Ura. Must have been a dangerous trip for those refugees. Come on, hurry! The war waged by our Emperor was terrible. I guess neither of us were content with our leaders, Sehr or Pig. Dad's towers. Can't be that bad, right? We're using them for good. Everyone's richer than ever. Everything's advancing so fast. Aboa. I want you to keep this for me. I'm going away for a while. Fix this, you can't. What if Papa finds out? It'll be alright. I'll explain everything to him. But what if you get lost? I'll never be lost, Aboa. Remember what you said? That you wanted to be strong like me when you grew up. If you can do that, I'll never be lost. That was the last time we ever saw her. I don't know why I'm telling you about any of this. I wonder, Ara, did Axis ever show you what was really going on over those mountains? No, of course not. Well, there goes the sword we worked so hard to get. Ara, get up. Give her time. We may need it. You're back. That damn lizard. I knew we couldn't trust him. Sora was right. We never should have gotten involved with them. Don't talk like that. I'm sure there's a reason behind all of this. They were always scumbags, and they always will be. Aboa has the sword, Ara. He made his way off with it. If this was his endgame, then he's gotten the better of us. Hey, someone's coming. Hey, it's Gendio? Aboa? Where the hell's Aboa? We ought to be asking you that. Right. What's wrong with the Sehr? We've done nothing to you. Sure thing, Pig. What are you kids fighting over? Your brother had stolen one of the throne-cutting blades from Ara. Perhaps if your race... Oh my god. The typos, and it's that one. That's a contraction, not a possessive. Perhaps if your race hadn't been so selfish, this would... Save your nonsense. You pigs and birds have always been the same. Even before the war with Axis, you looked at others with disdain. You're just ignoring the world around you, looking for someone to blame. You're not justifying anything like this. If we could fix things, we would. My brother and I made a promise. We're going to see it through, with or without the other races. Ara. They want to fix things, right? Why won't we let them? They're just degenerates. See how quickly they give up and run? You aren't as grown-up as you think. You're falling for the same hate everyone else is. You have no idea how many Arak were slain at their hands. If The Sehr cannot even acknowledge this. The Union is lost. Can't you look ahead at all? Who cares about your grudges? Evelyn, you. When this world is through, when all this is through, I'm afraid we've no humans left to trust. Your kind are scum, but the Emperor and the Fefniron must fall sooner or later. We need that sword back, or Ara won't be able to cut the throne. We both know where he's headed, then. I'm not as kind as Oboa. When this is over, so are we. Gendio has joined the party. Okay, I know where I am now. Are we actually able to go back in there? Oh, God. I should have fought those Ulu, damn it. Oh well. So now we're back in the one place, Ura or something like that. Serpent's Coil, Natural City. And, well, so some stuff happened here, but we're going to have to wait until next time to figure out what that was exactly. So until then, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.